friends, it's Morah Alyssa here. Hi, how are all of you today? I hope you're doing great at home, and it's time for another science experiment. Can anyone guess what I'm going to do with this empty bottle? Oh, I think I heard someone say we're going to put something in it. That's right. We are going to put a few different things in this bottle, and we're going to make a bubbling lava lamp. It's also called a bubbling lava bottle, but we're going to do it a few different ways. And for the second way, we're gonna turn off all the lights and see if we can make it glow. So it's pretty simple, and some of these things you might have at home. Maybe one of them, I'm not sure if you do. So if you have all these things, I hope you'll try at home. And if not, I hope you'll really enjoy watching my video. And then it's something that's really easy and fun to just watch. And then at the end, I'm gonna explain about what's happening in our bubbling lava bottle. So the first thing we're gonna do is open up this empty bottle, and we're gonna use a funnel to fill it with vegetable oil. And we're gonna go about 3/4 of the way. Okay, so here we go. That's a lot of oil. What do you think, friends? You think that's good? What do you think? Is that enough? All right, I'll stop there. Then we're gonna add some water. We're gonna fill it pretty much the rest of the way, but we're gonna make sure we leave a little space at the top. So here's some water in the same funnel. Okay, I might have put a little too much water, but I think it will be okay. So what do we notice, friends? Anyone have any observations to make? Are the oil and the water mixing? No, I know it's kind of hard to tell because it's so bubbly right now. But to me, it looks like all the clear water went straight to the bottom and all the yellow oil is staying at the top. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit after the experiment. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add some food coloring, and I'm going to use green because I thought that might be one of the colors that would show up the best for you. So I think I'm going to put maybe 10 drops of color. So everyone count along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks for helping me count, guys. All right. Now let's see, where did all of our color go? Right now, it looks like it's kind of hanging out right in between the water and the oil. It's just kind of sitting there in the middle. It definitely did not mix into the oil. So here's the next part of our experiment. This is the part that you might not have at your house. This is Alka-Seltzer. It's a medicine. People take it maybe if they have an upset tummy or some heartburn. So we're gonna take one of these tablets. Let's see, how do we open this? Hoping I can just rip this open. I forgot to have scissors nearby. There we go, that was pretty easy. And I'm gonna break it into 4. And remember I told you we're gonna do the experiment 2 times, and next time we're gonna turn off the lights. So I'm gonna go ahead and break another one into 4 so it's ready for later. So here we go, it looks like this. What shape is that? That's right, it's a circle. Any other observations? It's white, it's smooth, although it kind of is chalky and a little grainy feeling. Oh, here's another observation. It breaks pretty easily. So I'm trying my best to keep it even in 4 pieces. I don't know if I'm doing such a great job with that, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And let's get our 4 pieces ready for later. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that one worked out really nicely. Look at that, friends. My second circle looks like a pizza pie with 4 slices. Here's my first one. Not as successful, but that's okay. So now we're going to drop a piece of Alka-Seltzer into our lava bubble. What do you think is going to happen? Any guesses? Maybe. Let's find out. Here we go. Whoa. Wow. So when Alka-Seltzer went in, first of all, I see that the food coloring colored the water, but not the oil. And what's happening with all these bubbles? How cool is this? All of the green bubbles are coming up to the top. And then they're going back down, and it's like a cycle, up and down. I think I could watch this all day. Very, very cool. I think that's going to keep going until that whole piece of Alka-Seltzer dissolves. And then I have the rest of the pieces I broke to put in and see if we can get some more bubbles to do it again. All right, our bubbling, it's kind of slowing down. It might be time to add my next piece. Now this time I'm going to put in 2 pieces because they broke really small. So I'm going to do 2 small ones. Let's see if that changes anything. Here we go. Oh, look at it go. Does anyone have a lava lamp at their house? We have one, but right now it's not working so great. We need a new light bulb for it. Otherwise, I would show it to you guys. Very cool. I hope you can see all these green bubbles at your house when you're watching through your screen. Very relaxing to see the bubbles go up and down. Does anyone have any guesses why they're doing this? How does this work? I don't know. Well, I do know. And don't worry, I'll teach you in a minute as soon as we're done. But do you have any guesses or thoughts? I have 2 more pieces drop in. Here's one. You can hear Micah and Dylan right now, right? They're upstairs making noise. That's how it is in Morah Alyssa's house. Sometimes, even though I'm doing a science experiment in my kitchen with you guys, Micah and Dylan are busy playing upstairs. Lots of bubbles from that piece. I can't wait to see what the last piece does. The last piece, I think, is the biggest one. I saved it for last. All right, the bubbles are slowing down, so here we go. Here's the last one. All right, I think that one worked even quicker because it was so big, it started dissolving right away and sending those bubbles up. I hope you're using your brains right now, friends, and thinking about all the possibilities for how this is working and why it's working like this. I can't wait one day to talk to you. Maybe next time we FaceTime or Zoom, and you can let me know what you think, or maybe what you thought before I told you the scientific explanation for this. And you can tell me what you were thinking is why the bubbles were going like this. I can still see a big chunk of Alka-Seltzer in there. That's where it's fizzing. That's right where there's a big chunk of Alka-Seltzer. And so once that chunk is dissolved, we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna do one more thing and see how it works. And then it's time to turn off the lights and try it in the dark. All right, I think it's almost done. Give it a little shake. What do you think? All right, I think it's pretty much dissolved. So we're gonna put on the cap, and if you try this at home, make sure you do it really tightly because we don't want to have a big vegetable oil spill with food coloring all over my kitchen table. And now we're just going to try to wave it side to side and see if we can see that wave. What do you think, friend? Should I get a little more rough with my wave? Can you see? Should I turn my bottle sideways? I don't know. Let's see what happens if I do. Whoa. You see the oil and water does not go together at all. And that green color doesn't mix with the oil either. All right, I think it's time to try this again in the dark. So I'm gonna go turn off all my lights and get a flashlight, and I'll be right back. Hello, friends. It's Morah Alyssa. We're back, and guess what? We're in my bathroom. Don't tell anyone. My kitchen wasn't dark enough. So Micah came. Here's Micah. Can you see him in the dark? He came to help me out and hold this flashlight for me. So Micah's gonna hold it right here on the counter. Keep this hand down out of the way of the light. And this is our same bottle that we made with our oil and water. And what else did we put in? Do you remember? That's right, green food coloring. And we're gonna put it right up there. Ooh, green glow. So if I can find them in the dark, I brought in with me the 4 pieces of the Alka-Seltzer tablet. Let's see what this looks like in the dark. Here it goes. There's one. Is it gonna bubble like before? Ooh, very cool. Do you notice anything different than last time? I'm noticing in the dark with the flashlight lighting it up, It's all kind of glowing green, so it kind of looks like even the oil turned green. But I think it's just because of the flashlight. Let's try to hold it still. But it's still working. Our bubbles are still going up and down. I don't know. I wonder if it's more green because I shook it a little too much. I don't know. All right, it's slowing down a little. I think I'm going to add our next piece. There it goes. Let's get some more bubbles. Maybe if anyone gets into a bad mood one of these days, you can rewatch this video and just come stare at these relaxing bubbles up and down with Morah Alyssa. What do you think, friends? When it's time for the last two, should I do them together? Let's see, maybe we'll get double the amount of bubbles if I do that. Is it ready? Let's let this last one finish first because there's lots of bubbles in there right now. Here we go. I'm adding the last two. I bet you never thought you'd be on a field trip to Morah Alyssa's bathroom. Oh, when I put in two, it got much louder. Can you hear it fizzing? And the bubbles are going like crazy. There's so many of them. I think if you try this at home, maybe one piece at a time is better so you can really see it working instead of just too many bubbles to see anything. Can you hear it fizzing through the camera? All right, I'm gonna put the top back on. Should we see if we can get another little wave like we did earlier? It might be bubbling too much still. What do we think? Does it work? I don't know. Oh, look. Wow. Look how cool this is. Now you can see that the oil really didn't turn green. It was so hard to tell before, but it really still is just our water at the bottom that's green. And our oil is still a clear yellow color. Can you see, friends? I'm not sure what you can see, but it's pretty cool here. Can everyone see? All right, well, I think it's time to go back to my kitchen and put the light back on and explain to you what is going on with this bubbling bottle. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're back from the bathroom. So what was happening in this experiment, friends? What was going on? Well, I think a lot of you already knew that water and oil don't mix with each other. If you try to shake up the bottle, the oil will break up into small little drops, but it does not mix with the water. Should we give it a try? Let's shake it up. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I think I shook it a little too much. We have so many bubbles in here. We're gonna have to let this settle for a few minutes and then we'll check it out, all right? When you pour the water into the bottle with the oil, the water sinks to the bottom, remember that? And the oil stayed at the top, and that's because the water is heavier than the oil. The water is more dense than the oil. And when we put the Alka-Seltzer tablets in, they react with the water to make tiny bubbles of carbon dioxide gas. Remember, carbon dioxide is the gas that we breathe out and the plants breathe in and absorb. So these little bubbles of carbon dioxide gas attach to the blobs of colored water and they cause them to float to the surface. And then when the bubbles pop, the color blobs sink back down to the bottom of the bottle. And that's why we see the colored bubbles moving up and down. Remember, so the carbon dioxide gas attaches to the colored blobs, brings it up, and then the bubbles pop and they sink back down to the bottom. And then it happens over and over as long as that tablet is still fizzing and making carbon dioxide. So let's check in on this. It's still too hard to tell. If you can see really close, you can see it's starting to separate and all of the green is slowly starting to go down to the bottom of the bottle. So I hope you enjoyed watching this experiment today. Maybe, like I said, if you have these materials at home, you can even try to make this. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you all soon. Bye.